Remember last week I told you I went to Starbucks in the morning and they didn't have any coffee?
Yeah.
Get this. I decided to give them another chance. And I had a late night last night. So my plan was, no big deal if I have a late night. On the way to the studio, I'm going to pull in the Starbucks. It opens at 4 a.m. like I've done many times. And I'll get one of those nitro cold brews that'll kick me into gear. You know, that's what I would do because it was a late night for me. When I say late night, I didn't go to bed till 10. I know that's nothing for Peyton.
Yeah, but it's still late.
Right. So, pulling in Starbucks this morning, and I've told you this before, it's happened a couple times. Nobody's there. It's like somebody slept in. And it's just messed up my whole, wait a minute. I stayed out late last night because you're supposed to be open. You're supposed to be reliable, Starbucks. Reliable. And they were not. So I had to drink coffee from here.
You need to just invest in a Starbucks so that way your employees are there on time. They always have coffee. They have all the things that you need.
I need to open a different thing because I don't think Starbucks are individually owned.
Oh, no? They're not franchised or whatever?
I don't think so.
And is there another Starbucks that opens that early around here or just
it's
that
too
one?
out of the way. This is literally on my way in. But I had a late night last night. I went to go see the new Transformers movie. Have you guys heard anything about the Transformers movie?
Sure. I get boys. They're all over this thing.
What have you heard about the Transformers movie? Because I went into this not knowing anything about
a reboot of the whole series. It's not Michael Bay. It's a totally different director. So a total reboot of the Transformers is what I've heard from the.
Okay, but I mean, other than that, have you heard anything about the movie?
No.
Okay, so it's still Michael Bay.
It is,
and it's Steven Spielberg.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know Steven Spielberg was involved. It's really good, but Pete Davidson is the voice of one of the Transformers.
What?
Have you guys heard any of that?
No. How do you even not promoting this?
But he's everywhere.
That's the big thing, right? Isn't that weird?
That's crazy. I don't know if I'd be able to take away from the fact that that's Pete Davidson.
Every time he talks, it's Pete Davidson. Every time. I don't know if that's a surprise or not, if I'm ruining it, but like I said, I didn't know anything about this movie going in. But as soon as that Transformer starts talking, my kids and I all look at each other right away. We're like, what? Is that Pete Davidson? It's Pete Davidson. It's Pete. And I'm like, and he's funny. He's really funny, but it's hard to go, it's Pete Davidson. I didn't know he was that funny. Because I've always thought he was okay, but here he's funny. I don't know if someone wrote lines for him or if he improvised. I don't know.
He has that dry humor.
Yes. It was very much like Robin Williams in Aladdin.
Oh, wow.
Remember the genie in Aladdin? That's kind of how he is.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And then they go to Peru for something, and there's another Transformer, and it's Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso.
Oh, really?
The Mexican guy from Ted Lasso. And you can't not hear Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso.
Football is life.
Yeah, it was just different. And then, do you remember? So there was the Transformers with Shia LaBeouf, and then I think there was Transformers with Mark Wahlberg, right? So in this movie takes place in 1994, right? And the soundtrack is fantastic. It's all 90s hip hop. Right, Wu-Tang, Biggie, Tupac, it's all good stuff. And then what the Pete Davidson character makes a comment about, man, thanks for waking me up or whatever. He's like, did you hear Marky Mark's leaving the Funky Bunch? And I'm like, wow, that's a weird little pulling back the curtain because the Transformer says he's going to be an actor. And it's like he went on to be an actor and play somebody in the Transformers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I like when movies do that.
I like
little
that.
nods to themselves and inside himself. It's odd.
And then,
a good movie though. You're in.
It's a good movie. I'm having this debate with my kids because it's like summer blockbuster time is now.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you got Little Mermaid, which I thought Little Mermaid would be rocking it for most of the summer, but then that Spider-Man comes out and that's number one. So my thing with them is because this movie comes out Friday, I was like, will Transformers beat Spider-Man?
Ooh.
No way.
That's what they said.
No way.
Ooh, I don't think so. I think that buzz on Spider-Man's pretty huge. And
So
great.
was the buzz on Little Mermaid.
Okay, but nobody's been talking about Transformers leading up to
I know,
it, and there was
I know.
a lot of people talking about Spider-Man.
I know.
If you just go by that alone, yeah.
That's the conversation I had with my kids. Like I said, I had I think if they're going, Pete Davidson is a Transformer or whatever, you kind of go, whoa, this is a little different. And it was a good movie. It was a really good movie. I mean, it's like they mix King Kong. There's a gorilla that's
a gorilla Transformer?
It's like they got King Kong. They've got Marvel in there, like the Avengers kind of thing in there. Then they got a whole bunch of other little things that are kind of surprises, I think, if you follow the series. I think there's a big reveal at the end. They're even doing one of those extra scenes after the credits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so they do one of those, and it connects this movie with another franchise that I had no idea was connected. I'm like, what? And that was another conversation with my kids. It's like, but they are very much trying to be Marvel, the Transformers.
Right.
But I do recommend
Works for
it.
Marvel, though.
Right?
Yeah, Nick, you got something to say about this? I figured you would. I figured you got some sort of scoop.
I'm the worst person alive. The animal Transformers is from Beast Wars, which was the animated sequel show back in the...
Oh, they're really cool. They're one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Well, it's in theaters on Friday. It's Transformers, and there's a few surprises on it. I think you will like.